Good evening. It's Monday. It's Meditation Monday, and I'm just getting connected. And we're going to be focusing on a new meditation this evening. So, my question to you is: did you practice the mantra, the Om Mani Padme Hum mantra that we did previously on last week's Monday meditation? And if so, what did you think? I find a lot of people who try the Om Mani Padme Hum feel more at peace, they feel calmer, they feel more quieter within themselves, they feel more of a connection to the divine, they feel more balanced between heaven and earth. And these are benefits that all the mantras carry within them because they are such high vibrational seed syllable sounds, usually in Sanskrit. And the ones that I'm presenting for you all are the ones that are really used the most often to large groups of people who are just beginning doing their mantra chanting because they have so many benefits. They have such a quick connection with the divine. Everybody seems to connect into them very quickly because they've been used for thousands of years, and they have that rhythm of healing and balancing within them as you say them instantly, right away. It doesn't take a lot of work to get into these mantras. It's just settling your energy and getting focused for that short time that you do spend the time chanting. So hi everyone, it's Carrie Ann, and we're going to get started on tonight's meditation is Om Ah Hum. So Om Ah Hum is the meditation for this evening, and the mantra Om, you know, is the sound of the universe. Om, when you say it in your body, so if you say it out loud, feel where it resonates. Om. Always, I feel it deep within my heart. When I'm saying these mantras, my feet are flat on the ground, and I'm saying Om, Om, Om. I feel it resonating right in my heart. So take a minute and say it out loud and just feel where it's coming into your body and catching your attention. It might be in a different place, and there's no good or bad place to be feeling it, but you do want to be aware of where this sound is entering your body and creating the healing, right? When I'm saying Om, it really is a deep vibration, and I can feel it reverberating right from deep within my heart out to all limbs of my body, to the tips of my toes, to the tips of my fingertips, to the top of my head. And I just relish in it. Om is one of my favorite sounds. And I know it probably will be one of your favorite sounds too. Once you are chanting for a while. So to go back to where I began doing this type of meditation was years ago when I took feng shui training. That was probably back in 2003 was when I took my first official feng shui training to be a consultant, because we're in Canada and not many people had heard of feng shui back in the early 2000s. So I traveled to New York to do a 3-year training program, and just thinking that I'd be learning more about moving furniture because I'd already been doing feng shui consulting in Canada for a couple of years. Basic, like balancing colors, balancing furniture, adding plants, adding sound, basic feng shui things. I didn't think there'd be too much more to it in my innocence, right? But I did know that I wanted to learn much deeper meaning. So when I went to do this study, it was so interesting to me that it was all based on Tibetan Buddhism, and it was really important and stressed by the feng shui teacher to heal yourself by chanting mantras, because the higher that you can create your vibration, the more clarity you have within yourself, the less layers of healing you need to work on within yourself. And of course, they never go away, but we can lift off layers of things that we need to have healed so that we do have more clarity. The more that you can do this within yourself, the better you can help others. And as myself, as a tool, as a feng shui consultant, the energy that I'm asking on behalf of my client from the universe to pour through to remove their obstacles works much better. and it's much faster, it's much easier, and I did notice this over time. So in the beginning, I remember the first day I learned chanting. I learned the Heart Sutra, which is a different one that we'll be doing at a later time. It's Gate Gate, Bodhagate, Bodhisangate, Bodhisopaha. I didn't know what any of it meant. I'd never chanted before, and I actually kind of thought, like, what am I doing here? This is really bizarre. However, they kind of just threw all of us ladies who were trying to be feng shui consultants into a trial by fire thing, and they just handed out a piece of paper with these Sanskrit words on it and turned on a tape of a soundtrack and just made us chant for an hour every day. You know, oh, that makes me laugh because it was such a good memory. It makes me giggle. But you can just imagine, right? All of us are kind of looking at each other going, what the heck did we sign up for? Because we did not know what we were doing or really what it was doing to us. But you'll find, and so the reason why I'm bringing this up is you might find that I'm saying to chant these mantras, and it's going to do these things for you, and you'll be chanting them thinking, what is going on here? However, each time you chant the mantra, it raises your vibration. And each time you chant the mantra, it removes and purifies negative energy, karmic ties. It's really deep healing on very subtle levels that we cannot see. But over time, you will feel it. And I remember just getting into the habit of chanting because that's what we were taught to do as the feng shui consultants over the 3-year program. Different mantras to help our clients in different ways. You're asking, petitioning the universe on their behalf through these Sanskrit mantras and working with higher Tibetan Buddhist deities. And so, you know, the first time you may not feel it. The second time you feel something. The third time you're chanting the mantra and you're feeling things shifting. And the fourth time you'll feel it more. And the fifth time even more. And now I just feel like every time I say these, because they're familiar to me, I've been doing them for years, my body just relaxes completely, and I can feel like my body becomes this beautiful instrument. It feels like a stringed instrument, like a guitar, or a stringed instrument like a cello or a violin, and I can just feel the sounds, the seed syllable sounds of the Sanskrit words reverberating throughout my body, healing it. And the words are so specific for healing. So today's mantra I chose because this one actually is often called the mother of all mantras, just for its simplicity. And Om Ah Hum, so O-M, A-H, H-U-M, the 3 seed syllable sounds, is intensive awareness and consciousness that awakens healing within you. Healing and awareness. And just in those 3 simple sounds, those 3 simple words, you're awakening that divine aspect within yourself. It's a very powerful mantra, even though it's so simple. And within those 3 aspects, the Om, which represents purification of the body, purification of shame and guilt based on any actions that you may have committed through your body in the physical world that you felt that were not good, were not true, right? And you're still holding that shame and guilt within you. So when you're saying Om, it's cleansing and clearing that connection you have to connecting to those heaviness and emotional attachments that you have in your body. They're clearing. When you're saying the Ah is purification of speech. So things that you've been saying that maybe weren't kind, weren't pure, weren't true, anytime in your past. When you're chanting the Ah seed syllable, it's cleansing and clearing and purifying those emotional attachments, energetic attachments you have to that thing that you did in the past that you felt guilt and shame over. And we carry this stuff. You don't even realize it. We're carrying it like little clear raincoats. Remember when we were kids And I always thought the coolest raincoats were the plastic ones that were clear. And I never had one of those. I always had a bright, shiny one, which I totally loved. But it always makes me think of layers of heaviness, of energy that gets attached to us that needs to be cleared. So every time in your life you do something that you're not proud of, you get an emotional attachment to it. Or you may have known you shouldn't have done it, so you're not proud of it. You're carrying guilt and shame, which is like a little jacket, a little layer, a clear layer of a problem that you're carrying around. And then you get another one, something you did that's causing you guilt and shame. You knew you shouldn't have done it, or just it's really something that maybe happened in the moment and you wish you could have taken it back and you can't. It doesn't matter how it happened, but it creates this emotional attachment. Then goes on another clear raincoat. We've got all these raincoats. Oh my gosh, all these layers. Just imagine how many layers you have over however many years old you are. And so every time we're chanting these mantras, it's clearing the raincoats. It's clearing the heaviness. It's bringing lightness. It's bringing levity. It's bringing clarity. It's awesome just by these sounds. So then when we go to the home, home is the mind, purification of the mind. So any thoughts that you may have had that were not pure or true or kind, that you felt guilt or shame over, that would create an attachment for you emotionally, then when we chant the home, you'll be clearing that attachment. So we've got the Om, body, Ah, speech, Hum, mind. Om Ah Hum. So simple, but so powerful. So you can see how this one mantra is revered as a very, very powerful one, and definitely one to spend more time with. I have my chanting beads here that I'm going to put on as well. I put on my chanting beads, and maybe what I'll do today is hold them up so you can see me counting. And what I do when I'm doing my mantras, if you like to play some music that makes you feel more calm and relaxed, you can for sure. I prefer to do it in silence. I have my feet flat on the ground. I'm connected to the earth. Bare feet, of course, is best, but doesn't need to be, as long as your feet are flat on the ground. We use heart calming mudra, left hand on top of right with thumbs touching for women. It's the opposite for men, yes. Now you can hold this at your heart, or I usually place this on my lap while I'm holding the beads and chanting at the same time. And it's just very peaceful and calming. And then I chant it 108 times. Now, this is different from just sitting in silence for meditation, and that's why I wanted to bring this to your attention in our group, because so many of you had messaged me over the past few months and a couple of years that I've had the group asking me about an easier way to meditate, because so many people are telling me they find it very difficult to just sit in silence and have anything come to them for meditation that feels like they're actually getting something from it. And so if we move on to using the mantras, you'll definitely find a shift in the energy. Your mind is going to be very focused on the mantra because you'll have to focus on saying the words. You'll feel them in your body. You've got to be thinking about them in your mind. So there, we also have the balance of the body, speech, and mind, which is so very important. You've got those 3 levels of activating awareness, clearing impurities of guilt and shame and karma and attachments. So simple, but now you can see how it gets into very deep, profound levels of awareness just by saying this simple mantra. So let's begin. You can join me. I have my hands in the heart calming mudra. My feet are flat on the floor, and I'm going to be doing my beads at the same time. And let's begin our 108 chanting mantra Om Ah Hum. Om Ah Hum, 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 Om Ah Hum. Wow. Did you do it with me? And how are you feeling? Oh my gosh. I can feel my whole body just buzzing from head to toe. That's why I love doing it. It's only 108 times. I use the prayer beads. I don't have to think too much. I'm just moving the beads. I'm not counting. I'm using the beads to push through the time so that I don't have to count. I can focus on saying the mantra, the Om Ah Hum. Doesn't it feel beautiful here? Oh, good. My comments are working tonight. Hi, guys. Sammy, yes. Hi. Maria, good. I'm glad you're noticing that. Cindy, awesome. My head is buzzing too, but in a really awesome way, right? It just feels like I really want to giggle. I feel like the energy's really high and I want to jump up and down and be silly. And then you'll have this really awesome feeling with you all night long. You can do this early in the morning, which is probably more recommended to start your day. But I like doing it in the morning and at night. And I mean, any time of the day where you need to find peace or you want to raise your vibration is the best time. And you can always come back to this now. So I'll post it in the group, but I also post it on my YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel is spiritualawakeningacademy.com. And if you're looking for it, sometimes in the YouTube feed, it gets lost as the days pass by. So if you can't find it, go to the YouTube channel. You'll be able to see it there again. I also have last week's mantra Om Mani Padme Hum posted on the YouTube channel if you do want to take a look at that one again or chant with me there again. And definitely, this is my favorite. Om Ah Hum is a good one, right? It really feels awesome. I feel really awesome. Oh my gosh, just a wonderful way to end or start the ending to a beautiful Monday evening. And I think now I'll go for a nice walk outside and enjoy the sunset. And what could be better? Awesome energy. Thank you for sharing this space with me, everyone. And I'll post this for you so you can practice. And I'll see you all again next time. Next Monday, we'll have a new mantra that we can focus on chanting together. Sending you all lots of love and light. Take care. Bye.